Good evening, God Babadanji.
Good evening.
What are you going to talk about today?
This evening I'm going to talk about the saints from God and how evil men will never be able to destroy the church and God's saints. God brings his saints down to earth to help humanity. Nothing can affect them. No policies and agendas from evil men can affect them. No power from evil men can affect them. They're always loyal to God, even if they're persecuted and murdered. And buildings can always be destroyed and rebuilt and populated with evil men. But the saints cannot. The saints, as Jesus said, I build my church upon Peter, a saint. He didn't say I build my church upon a building, as in the previous covenant with the Jews. The covenant in Christianity from God is built on the saints, and the saints give the proper gospel of truth to the people. So in Christianity, the new covenant spreads from the saints. The church is the saints. They arrange for there to be buildings and proper gospel truth from God. God isn't just limited to Christianity. He has saints in all the major religions who experience the same spirit and essential truth of that spirit, which is God. The evil men can have their policies and agendas and their laws, which are against God's wishes and against God's people, but they will never win. God will win. And God will always bring his message through his saints on earth. So people shouldn't get too concerned or worried, because the evil men will be swept away by the tidal wave of truth that comes from God and God's saints. And the Avatar Krishna put it very well when he said, I make sure that saints incarnate, and when there's times of evil there will be saints bringing the doctrines of truth from God. And St. Peter said the same thing when he said that his disciples would always be spreading the truth from the saints to the people. And St. Paul said the same thing, that we are co-heirs in God, in Christ, and we, the saints, cannot be browbeaten by the evil men and their evil agendas and policies. They will be burnt up as the weeds, for they are the weeds. The saints are the wheat, the golden wheat of the saints, giving the proper harvest to the angels, which is the people who are lovers and believers and lovers of the truth and lovers of God. And no matter how much men wish to harm or kill the saints, God won't allow them to be killed. God doesn't allow something it can't happen. So God is blessing the world through his saints, and there shouldn't be any worry or fear or concern on the behalf of devotees of God. Just keep on the straight and narrow and understand that God is blessing the world, and the saints are blessing humanity and are making sure that humanity stays and the truth of God is spread in humanity from God, through them, from God to the saints, to humanity. That's how it works. God bless.